Hello, good evening. How's everybody doing tonight?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's
That on me.
kind of loud.
That on me. Tell everybody your producer is a douchebag.
Yeah, that was my producer. No,
Sorry.
Mr. Snotty, thanks for that. So, anyway, it's really late, but hey, Airbrush, what's going on?
Everybody enjoyed it.
I'm good. I'm really tired, but there is so much happening. It's crazy, right? It's a crazy world. I don't know what the hell to do. Obviously, we are at the cabin, so it looks a little, like it looks here. How are you guys doing? How's everybody? Hey, Queen. Are you feeling better? I mean, what the hell is happening? Like, a lot is happening. It's crazy. It's a crazy world. It does look like, I was just checking, and it appears that maybe the rioters are getting some rest tonight, I think, because tomorrow's supposedly a big hotbed of bullshit. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that sounds like it. Oh, that sounds awesome, actually. That sounds really awesome. Oh God. I was looking, there were some posts about protests scheduled in or planned for in Prescott tomorrow. And all the comments were like, really, you didn't learn your lesson? Like, Prescott is solid red. Not a good idea. I hope nothing happens tomorrow. They really want to incite some kind of nonsense. I really hope it doesn't happen that way. I hope it doesn't go down like that. I am concerned. I hope everybody just what they want is for they want to push the police or whoever to do something. Yep. That would be my advice. Just stay away from it. It's ridiculous. It's a scary world today. And I feel, and it's been scary for so long that I'm just tired of it. Hey, Jerry, did you have a good time on your trip? Yeah, in Arizona, I would say the only place they're going to put up with it is going to be Phoenix and Tucson. The little towns are not, well, they're not little, though. That's the thing. They're not little. But Tucson likes that shit, too. Yeah, I saw that video. I think you sent it to me. Are you going to go to the protest, Jerry? Oh, good. I'm glad. Good. I'm really glad to hear that. No, no. Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think so. I was kind of joking. Well, I'm glad you had fun. Because now you need to stay home and stay out of all the nonsense. No, I'm just kidding. Do whatever you want. But I think it's not going to be a good situation out there tomorrow. Do you? And I know you were in North Carolina, but I don't know where. And I tried to remember what you said, but I couldn't. I really want your Cherokee. That was it. I kept trying to remember where you were. I know it was weird without you here. And then the other day I walked away, and when I came back, you had commented, but it was, I think I had missed it. By the time I addressed it, I think you were gone. Yeah, yeah, I bet. That would be nice. Yeah, I hope. And one thing I do want to say, I did hear that they do plan to have people in MAGA stuff to, agitators. I've seen them before. That does happen. So don't get sucked in, people. The property is so nice and the view. Oh wow, yeah. I bet that is beautiful. It does happen. I've seen it with my own. I have absolutely seen it. And don't get taken in, people. It's not a good thing. So I don't know what's going to happen. You can get a condo up there. That's what. Oh, really? So you might actually do that. Well, then it really was a good trip. Nice. Very nice. I'm very happy. Right, right. Well, yeah, no, we don't do anything immediate. No, no, I understand that. I hear you. Right. Yeah, for sure. Right. Yeah, I hear you. I know I'm trying. Oh my God. I did take a little nap on our way up here. Apparently we went on a stretch of the new brand new stretch of 17, but I was sleeping during that. So I took, I don't know, a very small nap. And in fact, I wasn't even sure that I had slept. And then Mr. Snotty said we had already gone through the past. And I was like, well, then I clearly slept because I didn't remember any of that. But yeah, so we went on some of the brand new 17. Woohoo. Hey, legs. H. Just giving you shit. Oh my God. I'm tired and goofy as shit. I just feel. Yep, that's your new name, legs. That's it. But obviously, you named yourself Legs. I didn't have anything to do with that. So there you go. There you have it. Hey, Jonathan. Hello. And look at me. I saw that you wrote "Hey Daisy," and I was like, "What?" Just when I think I'm pretty quick and I've got it all going on. So easy to fuck with me. Oh Lord. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. Yeah, I've been there during I remember some of that shit during a divorce. It's nice when you have it all cut and dry, done, over with. So I will say that Brandon did talk to Justin Lum, which he hasn't talked to. He's only done one other interview uh, several years ago to a local affiliate in a local news channel in Utah. But wow, yeah, I would not even. Oh, for Pete's sake. I didn't watch it. I was going to watch it with you guys. I didn't watch it. So I will. Okay, so I did mention the other day, okay, when that one cop was on the stand, I said, um, I didn't like her. She's just one of those people. She just bugs me, you know. Um, but whatever, you know. And I feel like, you know, probably your coworkers didn't love her. I'm sure. I don't think people like her. I don't think she's likable. But whatever, you know, if people like her, that's good on them. Whatever. Anyway, so this morning, um, Nate was saying that he had an interview that he's been waiting years for. And I was all excited. And it was that damn cop that I just don't care for her. I watched like not even 5 minutes. I'm like, I don't like her. She's probably a great person. I'm sure she is, but she bugs me. Yeah, he did. He broke my heart too. Yep. But, you know, it's good that it's over with. Any news on Diddy? I have no idea. Jonathan, there is so much shit going on. I cannot. I mean, does she not fucking annoy you? What she should be saying is, okay, she was the one that Charles talked to, and then the first one over there, acting like a fucking goofy ass. I can't with her. I can't. I think that's a DEI hire. Pretty sure nobody's trying to deal with that. You know that every time anybody had to deal with her at work, they were like, fuck. I don't like her. Right, right. That's right. Chocolate and kids will get you through it. Yeah, he's still in court. That's just such a sham that I just can't. I can't really pay attention to it, Jonathan. I have a hard time with that. It's because we're just going to parade women that he's abused through there. I mean, and I don't even know for sure if that's what's happening. That's what it seems like to me. But is that what it's about? Because we're not hearing about any of the people that were at these freak offs. So to me, it's just a show. It's just a damn show. I mean, I think domestic abuse is a given with the guy. I think they've already proven that. Good. They're just going to keep parading in people proving the same thing. I don't think they need to do that. Hey, try me. Why don't they tell about the people? What about the children that were involved? We're not hearing none of that shit. And I don't think we will. I think they raided his place so they could get all that evidence that against people. That's what I think. 6 bottles of liquor, 12 bags of chips, 5 bags. Oh my God, Molly. Oh my God, I love that. There you are. Yep. I'm with you. That's a good one. Oh God, I love that. Hey, Frazzled. Yep. Oh, that's funny. And yeah, there was an interview with the juror. That's right. I think I saw that last night. I think so. Lauren interviewed with one of them. Yeah. That is too funny. I love it. And tomorrow's also the celebration that I'm going to watch that. I'm hoping to see more of a celebration. I hope these ass hats don't ruin that, but I'm not going to, whatever's happening is whatever's happening. Yeah, that's what I saw too. I do have to wonder though, like, I mean, do you really think they don't look him up? Do you think that for real? I mean, wouldn't you? I would. I don't think I could keep from it. Especially when you saw that there's like a lot of media, and I think I would look him up. I know. See, okay, I was going to say, I would like to say that I wouldn't, but I think I would have to. I wouldn't be able to help it. I mean, when you see people like waiting for hours and shit to get in there and everything, you don't see that even whenever, like, I've been up there waiting in line, and you can tell, like, on the one floor are the big courtrooms, and there's like 4 of them on that one floor. There was nobody waiting in any of the other ones. There wasn't. Yeah, I don't believe any. I still think that, quite honestly, all of that shit should come out anyway, in my opinion, but whatever. A good reason for them not to bring all that up is that there's so much that would be crazy. Oh yeah, I would not be able to do an interview. I would not. Because there's no fucking way I wouldn't tell on myself. I know I would. You know I would. I am not good at that kind of shit. I am not a sneaky, sly dog. I'm not good at that. I would have to go my mouth shut from then on. Right. I would too. I would totally tell myself. What? Is tomorrow canceled? Did that happen?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I didn't hear that he canceled. Oh, I'm sick of evil people too. Oh, due to storms. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Um, frankly, I think I would be nervous to have it if it were me. But then again, it's really fucked up that we can't celebrate it. And people can't quit acting like it's that he's doing it for his birthday. That's so the man doesn't even take a salary. Shut the fuck up. So dumb. Tomorrow's Flag Day, first of all, besides anniversary of our military. Just so stupid. God. You can't do anything around these people. They have to have nothing but fucking stupidity and drama. You know, look at that idiot senator that insisted that he get fucking arrested. And then everyone else is going to go cry about it. Got to be kidding me. This shit, it's almost more than I can take. Like it's so much. And that's the whole point, is overwhelm the system, just cause chaos and instability. That's exactly the plan. But God, it just, oh my Lord, it's working with me, with my head. I'm sick to death of it. God, fucking Pocahontas literally crying. Are you fucking kidding? Get the fuck out of here. Christ, I can't even believe this. You really can't. See, those people are they're more of actors than anything. You're really gonna cry about that shit? That's fucking stupid. I know. Can you get I cannot even handle her. Gotta be joking. Yeah, I definitely feel I'm living in the Twilight Zone. Like, what's next? I mean, what's next? What do you got? Bring it on, son of a bitch. Lord. It's a lot. Well, you guys want to watch that road? It's not really long, but you guys want to watch? I do. Myself. Brandon with Justin Lum. You know, and with everything going on, I'm not even able to see what the fuck. Hold on.
That's right.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I hope so. I'm seeing my tweet, my comment.
I'm not on Twitter.
No, not Twitter. My comment.
What the hell?
What are you saying?
Protests in Phoenix
No,
already?
it's 12:30 on the East Coast in the morning on Saturday.
Okay.
It's President Trump's birthday.
Okay, well, don't get emotional about it.
Well, happy birthday. There's some people with me.
No, I am with you, but yes, happy birthday. I do. I just am not gonna get Well, no, I went to go look at something and I see fucking nonsense going on right by our house.
Where are you looking at that?
Well, Fox 10, Phoenix.
I'm not looking at Fox 10 Phoenix.
Well, I wasn't trying to, but I am. No, protesters are there. Lord. Really? Come on, people. This is fucking stupid. What are we what exactly are they protesting? Cops doing their job? This is Tempe, and fuck's sake.
All I'm seeing is a image of the Colorado River that says we'll be right back.
Are you serious?
That's what I'm seeing. Commercial break.
I don't see a commercial break.
Where are you looking?
Well, look on my screen. What I'm sharing is not. You don't see that on your screen?
Yeah.
This is in Tempe.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Tempe, Arizona. Idiots. There's no sound. I have the sound on, but I don't hear anything. Let's see if somebody else has something. Wow, I thought, well, they do have the curfew going on right now.
There's the Mexican flag.
In LA. So I looked, but oh, it says Texas has deployed the National Guard. How stupid is this that we can't fucking behave ourselves? We can't act like fucking adults. I think the minimum, though, people are making is like, what, a couple hundred a day to do this? Some people are making a lot more because they're training, from what I understand. Right. Be productive. What? Okay.
Ciao, baby.
Good job, babe. Okay.
That's first whenever.
I said, it's so funny. I said, was it last Saturday when we had all the nonsense going on, and Mr. Snotty said, queen so fast, and I don't know if they needed to be blocked. And I go, they did. And I said, Mr. Snotty goes and blocks like our regular people.
They deserved it.
No, he blocks Tony all the time. We have to tell him.
He deserves it.
Good grief. Oh, Lord. I don't know about
He does.
Well, I'm just irritated with their... So, okay. So this is what it tells me. If we already have... We've told him so many times, try me not to block him, but he that's the only person he ever wants to block. So if we already have this going on tonight, really, I swear, Arizona, you are pissing me the fuck off.
What's in Tempe? Come on. I'll be right down in the middle of fucking retardville.
Yeah, well, guess what? Whenever, not even gonna, Mr. Snotty does not even need to try to fib about this. When we
I will.
No, when we were talking about moving in together and stuff, I lived in Gilbert. He lived in Mesa. He wanted to live in Tempe. And I said, if there's anywhere I will not live, it's Tempe.
It's so close to the airport.
Yeah.
And I was spending a lot of time at the airport at that period in my life.
Well, not a fan of Tempe. Never have been. All right, well, we'll get back to that horse shit. Stupid. Stupid. I'm embarrassed. Yeah, hell no. I was like, what? Who wants to live in Tempe? I mean, it's a really small area, honestly. And it's actually just a university, really. I mean, not much more than that. Hell fucking no. All right, well, we'll get back to ignorant idiot.
About to change.
Hold on. Do I have one there? Yeah, close to the airport, but that's not enough. Not enough. But it's not far from where we live now. We're very close to Tempe right now. Not a fan. Okay, anyway, so let's watch this. This is what I would like to watch. Oh, and you guys, do you know what? Last night I watched an older interview that Justin Lum did with Joe Ryan's attorney from way back. It was kind of cool. Can't lie about that.
June 25th, 2019, really the beginning of the end for that marriage. But I want you to describe the Brandon Boudreaux from that time, from that era.
I think I've always kind of been the same me, for me, my life is about my family. So that person and this person wants to be the best dad he can be, like the best husband you can be. And then you want to provide, really, really basic things. That's what's important to me.
Yeah, and I hear that from people. You haven't really changed. Even with so many things that could have changed you and have impacted you, you have tried to remain true to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, some stuff changes you, right? Like you can't you can't change. You don't remain completely the same, but I think for me in this process, the thing that mattered the most was just to try to continue to be the same. I had the same goals at the end, which was to be a good father, to try to honor the promises that I made to God, to be that person. I just wanted to stay focused on that. That was my goal through the process.
Here we are, June 13th, 2025. This is the first day you wake up this morning with this murder conspiracy case behind you, and you have justice. How are you feeling?
I woke up and I went to work. For me, the goal is to go back to what I was talking about: being a good dad, hopefully being a good husband, hopefully being a good brother, a good son. Those things that I think most everybody wants to be. That's when I woke up today. That got to be the focus, and hopefully for most of the rest of my life, that gets to be the focus. That's what I prefer. That's where I find joy.
You and
the thing is, I totally believe that. Like he did want to be that. And you know what? This is what is so disgusting about, I think Charles was the same way. I think they're the same type of people. They were providing very well for their wives, and their wives just couldn't fucking behave themselves. It's beyond not behaving. This is really sad. He's aged a lot. That's super sad. Fucking evilness.
others put Lori Daybell in prison. You helped present a case to convict her in 3 murder trials. What was it like facing off with her in court as she questioned your story?
Uncomfortable, like I don't know that I have the right words for that. Like your heart races, you try to be calm. I just tried to remember that why I was doing it, that it was the right thing to be doing at that time, and I knew that, and that was what I had to do to get to the end of the process, through due process, right? To get to the point where I could have a jury weigh all the evidence and tell me whether or not what I felt was what they saw.
Did you feel any anger during the cross-examination?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you feel all of those feelings that you would imagine you feel. And then it's just trying to remember to breathe and to answer the question and to focus on what matters most, So there's the stimulus. It's that idea of like, don't react, but try to act independently, try to answer the question, be honest, have integrity, and move forward. Just wait for the next one until you finish the process.
Lori mentioned your kids. I mean, she had talked about how she had watched your kids. She was naming them in court. I mean, clearly she was trying to show that she had some good character, and we saw multiple objections. Were you surprised at some of the questions?
After what I went through, I don't think anything was going to surprise me. Like that's not to just expect the unexpected. That doesn't, even though that, it doesn't change being in a moment of something. And yeah, it can definitely feel a little overwhelming, or you still have all the anger that you talked about, all those kind of feelings will come. You just have to try not to focus on them or dwell on them.
Did some of her questions just not make any sense to you?
Yeah, so that's why I asked to just clarify. I just wanted to understand what she was trying to ask so I could try to answer it honestly.
What were you doing when you learned that a verdict had been reached in about 15 minutes?
We just got to the courthouse and we were just waiting. So I was just sitting in a room with my beautiful wife and my family and friends, and we're just waiting, just like everybody else. You know, maybe a little more nervous. I don't know how nervous everybody else feels. You know, but I felt pretty nervous. So
That had to be a good sign, though, when you realize I just got here. They have a verdict. Like, it's happening in less.
I just want to say that I do think that he has a good wife now. I do think that she appreciates him. It appears that way. And he deserves that. So I would throw that in.
Less than 30 minutes.
yeah, I don't. You're just
Right.
for me at least, every time you go through that process, you know, each of these cases, I just have a lot of anxiety while you wait. Even though I've always, since the beginning, you felt like you know what happened and feel pretty confident that everybody will share the story and it'll get it right. It's still scary, you know, like you don't have any control. And when you don't have control, you feel, you know, nervous is a normal feeling.
When you heard the word guilty, what came over you?
Relief, you know, like gratitude, I think would be the words that I'd use. Grateful that all those people invested that time. I mean, not just my case, in each of those cases, you know, like all those.
That's been a
meant
lot.
the world to me. It's a lot for those people to carry. They have to think about all that, and then they have to weigh that, and that has to be on their conscience too for, you know, the rest of their lives. So gratitude that they would submit to the process and really do their best to be honest and think through it and give, you know, real thought and meaning to it, so that it's kind of like they're all taking that on too, you know, like, and for that I have a lot of gratitude. That's a lot of people who didn't have to, over 4 different trials, that chose to sit through, hear the information, and help give a little bit of justice to people that were victims of some terrible things.
And we know on paper this is still an open investigation by Gilbert Peedy, and there are multiple alleged co-conspirators, you know, including your ex-wife. And I know that's a specific topic that you can't get into right now due to the pending investigation. But Trina K's words, I mean, she didn't hold back to the jury. Did her arguments give you some hope that there's accountability for all, that's still on the table?
I'm not in charge of any of that. So my best answer is, when crimes are committed, I hope that people who commit them have accountability for their own good too. It's good for people to be able to go through a process of healing, and part of healing, if you committed the crime, is you have to acknowledge it and you have to make amends. You have to change, you know? And so it's really not my job. And I'm grateful for that there's someone else who decides. There's police who do investigating, and they pass it over to a prosecutor who decides if that's something that they feel like
she really ties it all together.
Enough evidence that they can
very
go
well
through that process with. And that's a good place to not have the power in as a victim, because I'm not unbiased. You know, like when you go through something hard, you're not unbiased.
You talked about giving a voice, you know, on behalf of people who couldn't provide a voice, the victims that are no longer here, and you're able to, you know, tell your story on the stand. And I assume you feel empowered right now getting justice, but you rewind back to 2019, 2020. What is it like knowing someone is trying to kill you?
Feel anxious, paranoid. I mean, I'm probably a lot of the feelings you might think you might feel, or how I felt. I mean, I can't speak for anyone else who's gone through something like that, but for me, you know, you just don't feel safe. You know, you just go through life for a period of time feeling unsafe all the time.
Do you carry any sort of PTSD from that day?
Yeah, I'm probably, you know, you probably always do. The part of the human experience, it's hard to know what you are and aren't carrying, because you mostly we're just present to what's happening for us right now, and it's really hard to remember how you felt. It's really hard to remember exactly how I felt 6 years ago, before I ever had that experience, before I ever went through some of these things. So my focus is to try to heal the best I can, and to try to be the best I can for my family, you know? So I guess that's the best way to answer that.
And in this recovery, I mean, you're working on a book right now. Tell me about that focus in the book.
Yeah, for me, I don't know if I'll ever release it to the public or if it'll get there, but I am in the process. I work with someone who helps me write it, and maybe it's therapeutic, but for me, the focus of the book is my children. Like one day they're gonna be old enough where it's finally time for them to kind of examine and look at what all these things that happened, so that they can try to understand for themselves. And when that time comes, I don't want to have to try to remember back to all those years ago what happened. So I've tried to really document thoroughly what happened, and hopefully I can put something together for them so that they can hear my side of it and see the choices I made. And I don't know how they'll feel about it. That's kind of their job to figure out and go through those emotions, but hopefully at least I can give them all the content in a way that they can understand it. And in the process of sharing that with other people maybe helps them heal or helps them in some way, then, you know, that's something I'm open to doing. I don't know how it'll end up.
You know, when you think about it, like, there's so much to this. This case, there's so much. Like, I was thinking about this last night. I can't recall any, and I've always watched true crime. Like, it is so crazy. And I give so many props to the prosecutors, like Trina K, and because it's just a lot. I mean, especially in Idaho, Lindsay Blake fucking nailed it too. Thank God. Because so many people, all of us have been watching this shit, and I forget about some things here and there. And I've been paying attention to this for all these years too. And there's just it's a lot. And the way they've been able to put it together for somebody to comprehend is really remarkable. And they have done a really good job. And I can imagine that, you know, writing something, because how would you remember all of it? This is this has got to go down in the books as one of the craziest fucking things ever.
Well, this is such a twisted timeline. I mean, we're coming off a few days since the 5-year anniversary of authorities discovering the remains of JJ Vallow and Tylee Ryan. You had to identify JJ. I know how hard that was, but could you explain how that process came about and you had to step up?
So I had just gotten married, and we were about to fly out for our honeymoon, and we were in Salt Lake, and just woke up that morning, and I looked at my wife and I just said, would you be open to going up to Rexburg today? Because I had seen some people have been putting stuff over by the fence where they found the kids, and I wanted to go put, JJ loved suitcases. So I wanted to go he was just infatuated with them. So I wanted to go put a little suitcase up there for him. And Tylee had a Taco Bell order she always ordered. So I wanted to go put a little Taco Bell up for her. And so that was kind of my intent when I woke up, was I felt like I should go up there. So I was going to make a long drive, and she was super supportive. My wife was. And so I thought, we'll go just drop that off before we fly out later that day. And then got a call from Larry and Kay, and Larry was not feeling well, and he was telling me that someone needed to identify JJ. And when I got there to go talk to him about it, he couldn't even get out of bed. It was just, I could just see the pain all over his face, and I couldn't make him do that. So I just told him I would do it. I just said, I know him. I know that little boy. And I just said, I can do it. So I went and I did it.
That has to be the hardest thing you've ever done. in your life?
I mean, some things are just really uncomfortable, and that's not a memory that I don't ever want to remember him like that. So I choose not to, I try not to think a lot about it or dwell in it. That's just not a place that I want my mind to go.
And we've talked about this before as far as accountability. Never have we seen Lori or Chad Daybell show any
Right.
remorse for what they've done.
That's right.
And we talk about the factors of whether money or religion, but is it this believed higher purpose that they think they have that blinds them from what they've done?
I try not to think too much about any of it as far as that stuff goes, because I don't know that I'm ever going to find real meaning. And I don't think that they deserve a lot of my thoughts other than to protect future people. They deserve to spend the rest of their lives dealing with the consequences that they have. And if they do ever find that space, I hope they can figure out a way to try to start making amends to all the terrible decisions that they made.
What was it like for you to watch Lieutenant Ray Hermosillo, Detective Ryan Pillar take the stand and really serve all of the evidence on a platter for the jury?
Just felt gratitude for the work that they put in. Nobody knows how many hours those guys put in to get to that little bit of time that they spent on the stand.
How it affected their lives forever too.
They don't get a lot of gratitude when you work in that line of work anymore. And so I felt a lot of gratitude to them for the hours that they put in and the effort that they put in, and
Right.
That they were thorough and that they did a good job so that everyone could see all the things that happened,
How ironic it is that we're trying to have all these protests against cops. People don't even know. They don't get past that shit. He's right. A lot of people, so many people are changed forever because of these sick. And I'm never going to believe, neither one of those two believe. It's not about religion. I don't even say this is about religion. It's not. That's a big fucking lie.
Lori chose not to cross-examine Hermosillo. Was that going through your mind? Like, why would she not go up there and defend herself, or at least try to poke holes in his testimony? Was it a good sign that she did it on your behalf?
The good thing is I'm not an attorney, so I can't tell you. It seemed to work out for this situation. That's my thought.
Are you glad that she represented herself in court rather than trusting a legitimate public defender?
Like I said, it worked out. So, I mean, from that standpoint, I would have preferred not to have been questioned by her, but I'm grateful it worked out.
Of course. How much credit does Charles Vallow deserve for the justice that has been served for everyone?
All of it.
All of it.
He tried to get us all the information much earlier, and each of us had different reasons why we weren't helping him more, and he lost everything. So all of it.
Wow.
Do you remember the last conversation you had with him before he was murdered?
I do.
What was that like?
It was personal. It was, he's a good man. I'll say that.
Your wife, Jenny, commented yesterday outside the courthouse that she's just grateful for you, being here, and she's been by your side every day in the courtroom. How did you even explain this backstory to her, and how quickly did she understand not to hold this against you? And now you guys are here married for years.
She's the biggest blessing that God's given me. I can't speak for her how she decided, but she married me knowing that these things were going on, and chose me, and continues to choose me. And for that, I'll have gratitude for the rest of eternity.
You did so much, not just to protect yourself, but protect your kids when this was all going on. How are they doing now, getting older, and as they learn more about you, just what is that like?
I try to keep this out of the limelight for my kids. You know, I did this because most people don't know this, but you're the first person who saw when all this was going on, and you reached out and tried to help us when we were really worried, to get it up into a place where people heard about it, because when this first broke, we were still hopeful that maybe there was some chance the kids could be found. And so for me, with my kids, my hope is that they just get to know me, like I said, as a dad, as a
Right. I know.
seeing me in my
Please.
different family roles and in that part of life. And I hope this is something they discover or talk a lot about later. I try not to make it something that's in their life right now, because I don't think that they need that. They just want to feel like normal kids, just like everybody else.
I'm sure they're going to look up to you a lot when they really get the whole story and they're old enough to understand and see what you went through. I think they already probably love and respect you so much, but that is going to be something where they, that's your legacy of, bravery that they take with them as they get older. But going back to Charles, someone that also really fought to sound the alarm, did you already know something was wrong when he was shot and killed? And in your head, were you just questioning, this doesn't seem right? Something happened that is criminal.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have as much evidence as other people had. But yeah, I mean, you don't see that. I mean, everybody who's seen the facts, all of us had little parts of it back then, but like, just didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense that if you knew Charles, you knew he would never hurt Lori, no matter what. He would never hurt Tylee. Like that man was he was as good as they came. He spent his whole life, literally his whole life, taking care of other people, like working hard and being a man who tried to provide. And the man that I knew for the time that I knew, he tried really hard to be a good Christian man and like follow Christ. And so, yeah, for a lot of us, it just didn't make any sense. We couldn't believe at all that the story that was being told about him doing the things that they said he was doing. So, we didn't have the evidence that police had. We didn't have you don't get a lot of that information. They can't share with you, because even if you're close to the story, they have to keep integrity for investigation. So, for us, I think that's my answer, is anybody who hears and starts to look into things can feel right away that something's wrong with it. And he deserves to be remembered that way, not the other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, initially it sounds crazy to anybody, whether you're police or not. You two were labeled dark spirits. I mean, how did you grasp being called that, and how confusing was it?
I spent my time trying to focus on my kids and trying to avoid it. And then when it couldn't be avoided, I tried to do my best to follow the law, right? And just understand what the rules said I could do and couldn't do. And then I did my best to follow those things and use the tools that we have as a society to keep me and my kids and us safe. That's what I tried to do.
And again, you guys, remember that after he was shot at and he took off, when he was at his parents' house in Utah, Melanie was there, and they only knew his dad went out to the garage and she was in the garage. There's body cam for that. Can you imagine? She just was in the damn garage over there after he went that far to get away from there. She's dressed in all black, and Alex is down the road in the truck in all black. She fucking has to go to jail. She has to. That's crazy.
You head into this Father's Day weekend with a big weight off your shoulders. I could see that. You have justice, maybe some closure before sentencing. How differently do you look at life these days?
I still think I look at the same. I'm grateful that we have a society that we live in and a place we live in where we have some tools that if you don't want to do evil or terrible things, you have a way to get some safety and some protection. And even though it may not be perfect, at least we have that. Like that, there's a lot of places that don't have a system like that where they can get some of that closure and some of that. And I have the same goals I had when I woke up October 1st, to be a good dad, to love my kids, to raise them to be good citizens, and to find joy in their lives, and to try to be a good husband, to try to be a good son, and you know, each of those roles that you have in life, and try to go work hard and earn money in an honest way. So that's just my goal. That's what I want to be.
You definitely feel that relief, and you're ready to start this new chapter. What's your message to everyone who has been rooting you on and waiting for this final trial to conclude with justice?
Just thank you. Go support Colby. He could use the support. You know, he's a good man. He's trying to figure his life out, and be a big fan of his. You know, he's a good man.
Everyone involved and affected. Yeah, you guys have all united and bonded.
Yeah, good point. Support Kay. Support all the people that you've fallen in love with. Find out ways you can support them and go support them. You know, influence them to keep doing good in the world. That's my message. Keep doing good. Don't let this be something that is the negative that already happened. Let's make it into a positive.
Well, that was good. It sounded like what I thought it would. But you think about how scared. Can you imagine how scared you would be? I don't know. It gives me the creeps. Yep. She definitely, not even, I mean, she knew about all of it. She knew about every damn bit of it. I know, I can't imagine. Like, that would be so, like, the person you're married to, that is terrifying. I mean, actually, they all did. You know, sweet Melanie, that stupid bitch, too. I don't know about you guys, but because of all this, like, that is all my phone, all my feed just pops up with all that. And I keep getting this picture of Melanie Gibb, and I'm just like, I can't even stomach to look at it. They all knew what the hell was going on. It's really gross. And I like that Trina K said it. There are a lot of co-conspirators here. There are. And it's funny that Lori decided she wanted to go ahead and say that. Like, she never wanted to throw fucking man tits under the bus. But, you know, it kind of was about him too, though. I mean, honestly, this is the deal. She was married 5 times. Every time, you know, she loved all the attention and stuff. And then what people have said is like, you know, she loved the newness and all that. And then she had to start figuring out a way to get out of it when she found someone else to kiss her ass and put her on the big pedestal. I don't think Man-Tits, to me, he doesn't have remorse for killing people. He had no problem with it. First of all, he wasn't capable of doing it himself because he's just that fucking worthless. He literally couldn't even, nothing. So fucking gross. But he had no problem killing, but I don't think that he actually would have on his own. I don't. I feel very sure that Lori did prior to that. She was involved with it. And you know what? What was I was listening to somebody who was saying it. Oh my gosh. God, I've listened to so much stuff. But somebody was saying that, I think John Matthias, like, since she wasn't physically there, that she actually honestly feels like she didn't do it. So when she says she didn't do it, she believes that. Well, they probably do, Legs, but you probably better just stay the fuck away and understand who those kind of people are. I do too. I never really thought about it that much. I mean, I knew that she felt she had, we knew that she had herself a, she had alibi, right? And I think she felt comfortable with that. But I think honestly, even for real, like she feels like she can say, I didn't do it. And like John was saying, when she would say, you know, were you there? Did you see this? Did you see that? I wasn't there, whatever. She really does feel that. And I think that the only time for sure that she was there was with Charles. I don't know if she pulled the trigger on one or both of those or whatever. I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me. She definitely doesn't have a problem with it. Well, that's something for sure, Legs, that you need to understand, that that's who they are. And if you don't understand that and not give him any more of your fucking time in any way, even your thoughts, fuck that. Fuck that. Don't even talk about him anymore. If that actually happened, Legs, don't even fucking talk about him anymore. That's fucking gross. That's fucking sick. Don't argue with him about another fucking thing. If you do, then you're fucking crazy. If that actually happened, then don't. I don't give a shit what he tells other people. I don't give a fuck. So what? You know what? Let them believe whatever the fuck they want to believe. Because what we already know he did is enough. If that actually happened, okay, then don't fucking even talk about him again. Of course they did. They broke your heart, okay? But you know what? You're going to have to get over that and understand, because that right there is fucking a whole nother thing, Legs. Don't deal with this shit again. Not one fucking second. Come on. Seriously. You definitely don't need to give him one fucking second of your time. You already didn't need to, but fuck that. Wow. Exactly. No, Jerry's right. Don't entertain any bullshit. You need to know who you're dealing with, because it's not. Come on. And who gives a fuck if he's jealous or anything else? Get the fuck out of my life. Don't. No more. Be done with them. That's, you know what? That's their mother. And you can't change that. But you don't have to you do not have to play into it. Don't do it. If you do, then that's a decision you're making. You fucking need to have that the fuck away from you. Well, yeah, of course it does. Fuck that. Fuck that. You can't give them any more energy. Not another fucking minute of your life. Baloney. Fuck it. First of all, that was already a done deal, in my opinion. That's my opinion. There is nothing there to talk about, nothing there to think about at all. Get lost, go to jail, do whatever the fuck, go to hell. And you have to accept the losses. I know it sucks. It does. But fuck them. Fuck them. Mm-mm. That's crazy. It's sick. It's all fucking sick, actually. Every fucking bit of it. Mm-mm. Oh, be done with that fucking shit immediately. I get it's a lot to. I mean, I don't. I'm no professional. I don't know. But don't. But for today, what you need to do is do not entertain another minute of their shit. Not one fucking thing. Oh, I'm sure. Oh, that sounds yummy. You too, Queen. Have a good night. Love you too. Thank you. Yeah, I think tomorrow I will. I kind of want to. If that parade is canceled, I don't know. Did you see it, babe?
It's not canceled.
It's not.
I didn't see it.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully it's not canceled. I kind of want to do that tomorrow. You can't figure that. You can't try to work that out. You just have to handle it. You can't try to figure it out because who can? Nobody can fucking figure out evil, crazy shit like that. You can't. You just have to say what's not going to happen. You can't. You have to say what you're not going to do. Well, this is what you're not going to do. Take control of it, and that's it. End of it. Don't put up with it. Good night, Frazzled. Have a good night. It is. It's getting late. Well, yeah, everybody is going to. You have to. You can't. You just have to make it stop. You have to make it stop. You have to say no more. And mean it. I'm going to check on see if we got riots going on. Oh, what is this?
One of my viewers just messaged me in front of the New York at 7 a.m. But that's just union workers. They're gonna show up, stay on the sidewalk.
This is in Vegas.
This is tomorrow night. Building from the time yet. Like I said, I'm grouped up with media guys the one that got approved. So I'll be with them. They text me what's going on.
I'm gonna back up a little bit.
Vloggers. I don't know if you ever heard of YouTube.
If we can just.
How long have they been out here? I've been out here since 7:30.
They're out.
Huh? Okay. There's something going on in the morning with the union workers. One of my viewers just messaged me in front of the New York at 7 a.m. But that's just union workers. They're gonna show up, stay on the sidewalk, walk around a couple of times, and go home. This is tomorrow night. Federal building from the time yet. Like I said, I'm grouped up with media guys. The one that got approved. So I'll be with them. They text me what's going on. Cool. Like old YouTube vloggers. I don't know if you ever heard of YouTube Critical 911 films all the first responders. Maybe. Standoffs. I might have met him 4 years ago down here. I know one of the local streamers came out and met me 3.5 years ago.
Oh god, that's funny. Okay, I don't think that was anything. Oh god, that is not good. It's Las Vegas, but oh, that's that headlamp he's got on.
Come on, girls.
Okay, I was just Mr. Snotty moved me all around here. So yeah, I thought maybe it looked like something was happening there. That's why I put that on. But that was a channel we watched a lot of last week with the riots. So I thought maybe there was something happening there, but I don't think so. So I don't see anything going on. Oh, there's a good channel I've been watching for let me see if I can find it. Okay, he's not live right now, but That's right. That's what they need to do. Yep, I agree 100%. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's nothing live right now going on. Let me see. Sometimes it says live, but it's not. Okay, that's not. You're so funny. Well, I don't see anything else going on, so I think I'll be back tomorrow and watch. Tomorrow's when shit's gonna get crazy, I think. I hope not. I actually totally hope not. But right. That's what I think. I think so. I hope not. Let's pray for peace. Let's pray for peace. I am too. I am too. Everybody pray for peace. Pray that people don't get I don't know. I don't know. Just peace, period, I hope. That's all I can think of. But good night, everyone. Love you. Thank you.